Hey there, look at you. Nice and early, huh? Well, generally, I don't love that. When you agree on a time, you agree on a time. Being early ain't extra points, you're just here too soon. It's kind of rude, but that's not today. Today is a big day. Today, the Skulltenders go on their big, important secret mission, and I don't really know much about it, to be honest, but my general understanding is that this keeps the mayor in power or something, somehow. This one's all on the Skulltenders, and I know they're taking it seriously, though. I bet even now, they are deep in meditation, preparing for their most important mission yet. Visk.
Oh, me? Wow.
Yeah, that's right, you son of a bitch. It's been a couple of days.
Is this what I sound like? It's been a while.
Yeah, no, what are you talking about? It's only been a couple of days since the mission to Pexus Peak to find Dudu's Skulltenders badge. You remember?
Right.
Exciting. Yeah, the Eversoul is still not the brightest it'll be today, but it's getting close. It's like the ghost town equivalent of like 11 a.m. Like if you wake up, it's probably too late to get breakfast. Brunch is all that's available to you. A meager feast of cantaloupe and crab.
Oh.
No thanks. Cert came around yesterday.
I like brunch.
Oh, well, you would. No, that's confrontational, sorry. Cert came around yesterday to let you and Dudu know that you're expected in the green room for your planned mission at noon. So it's just beginning to approach the time to be heading that way in order to be just a little bit too early to be considered polite. No, I didn't.
I've been ready for 2 hours already.
Of course. Now, is Dudu here? Is Dudu in the room? Dudu, are you up and early and on mission?
Yeah. I've actually been showing Visk for the past 2 hours that we've both been awake how to skank.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it. Wait, so your leg...
This is what you fight for your right for.
Me?
Dude, to make a performance check.
I do that?
Performance check.
So I think one of my problems here is that leg is kind of a wishy-washy definition of these.
You can make 2 of those. I point at his crotch.
I can make more if I really wanted to.
What'd you get on the performance check?
8.
Okay, you're skanking.
You're flossing. What
yeah,
the
you're
fuck?
not. You're not skanking. You're actually doing the stanky leg with your human leg.
I'm doing it right now. You just can't see it because it's an audio medium.
Oh, that one. That one's easy.
Yeah. Visk, you try to. Okay, Visk has now. I'm not going to just assume you can't make a performance check.
Damn it. I figured because I'm liquidy, I can kind of stanky leg with the best of them.
All right, make it with advantage then.
That's what I said.
I don't need it. I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 19 plus 3.
Okay. Yeah, you do a really good stanky leg. Like you've got your pseudopod that you kind of jet out to do that is like a little bit more articulated and like detailed than a Gooman pseudopod has ever looked. You can see where a knee would be. It has like physics. It's like when they remake a game and they add physics to it, and all of a sudden things are like a little bit too reactive, more than you'd expect or want. And as you're doing this, as you're jostling your leg, you're actually jostling Jude down to the end of your foot, which is adding sort of a pendulum metronomic thing, helping you out. It's jostling out of your goo holster.
Oh, no! Is this fun? I told you I wasn't interested in this.
Oh, it's a little fun, actually. Yeah, this is fun. Keeps wiggling.
All right.
Dude is just pointing and directly following Jude as it falls down. Wow! It just, I don't know, that wows him.
Yeah, and you hear him too. This atypically or new for Jude. You hear him talking out loud.
It's about time you're being sociable.
Hey, was that your gun?
Yes, it was me.
Yes.
I suppose it's...
Oh!
Yes, I look.
His name is Judicious. I don't know if I've even introduced you to him properly.
I don't think I'd ever heard him before today. What the?
No, you did. Like 2 episodes ago.
Oh, okay.
What's an episode?
Yeah, I think he called you a reprobate. Or something of the sort.
don't often have kind things to say.
That's very introspective of you. Yes, it's true.
Maybe that's why I tuned you out as I try to skank some more. But it's just more stanky leg.
Speaking of, Visk, I wanted to ask you something.
Yes.
In your previous adventure, when you were outmatched by that mammoth fellow, you know the one I mean,
Pexus.
the furry bait.
Yeah, Baccaruda.
I don't think it was either of those. I think you both got it wrong in different directions. I believe it was Barabbas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you really do pay attention, don't you?
Wow, Jude.
I'm always watching. I need to be able to hop into the scene at a moment's notice to kill. Mm-hmm. Which is my question. Why didn't you draw me initially, when Felicity was being stepped on by the big man and you were trapped? And why didn't you draw your good trusty friend Judicious to put that beast down?
Well...
Damn, is this what he says to you all the time?
Absolutely constantly. It's honestly wearing me down.
Good lord.
Ugh, I don't know. So, not that I need to explain myself to you, Gun.
All right.
But if Felicity's body got wrecked, Planchette could just send her back out, I imagine. If I were injured more severely, sure, you would have been on the table for use, but, I'm hesitant to use your single shot so early in the mission. Your refractory period and reload situation is incredibly inconvenient. It makes you a weapon I consider a last resort. Is that bad?
It's a little hurtful, but all right.
It's truthful.
Maybe there's...
You seem like more of a shoot first, ask questions later dickhead, and that doesn't work very well when the guy I want to ask questions of is dead.
Why would I
And
ask questions later?
At all?
I'm the answer to every question. Bang, bang, bang. That's what I say when it happens.
Okay.
Duda was doing the Running Man during this, and then he's like,
Yes.
he slowed down a little bit when you said that bang, bang, bang thing, and he's just looking very worried, or like,
Look, Judicious, priorities, let's talk about them.
Visk is talking to them. They are crouching down. The gun is just on the floor, and Visk has the hands on hips, stern attitude over the gun.
it's just, I imagine it's just laying on the floor, and we're sternly talking to it like a pet.
Yeah, I'm just pointing at this inanimate
Yeah,
looking
you can't
object.
move.
Just listen here. Here's what I don't understand. Your refusal to be wielded by Bruxworth when he created you implies that you have some sort of moral code that involves not destroying completely random, undeserving people, as he was plainly doing. But here you are, in my head, loudly and often, demanding that I dispose of those who are merely being an annoyance, and these are small infractions, and it's not worthy of your precious singular ammo.
Well, I wasn't... No.
Why be trigger happy in your position? Would you kill a litterer when there's a murder around the corner?
Do I know there's a murderer around the corner, or do I just know about the litterer?
You don't know! I don't know if there's a murder around the corner. Why would I shoot my stupid singular gun when there might be a far worse threat later? Oh?
No, that's an answer to the question that I posed.
Judicious, I'm asking you kindly to respect my judgment. And if you need me to ask you unkindly, it's going to involve me dangling you over Bitter Bay and asking if you're at all curious if there's a bottom to it.
Damn.
And you thought being in a box for 50 years was bad?
Well, I suppose I've gotten my answer on whether I should ask you about things. Fine.
But I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy, Jude. I don't want to do that to you.
Is this how your boss talks to people? Does he threaten to drown them and such? When he doesn't like their answer?
Why, do you want to speak to the manager, Jude?
Oh.
I wouldn't mind. I love to speak to a manager.
Oh, I would love to speak to that manager more.
That was a bad one. Okay, that's on me.
It's rolling on. This conversation is happening. Let's take this conversation. We're getting the fucking Princess Bride high notes of this conversation, which it takes about 5 times as long as it seems to, because Jude keeps circling back. But through the magic of podcasting, you are only getting the good stuff. it is approaching. It's probably about time to be heading that way. If you want to be super early.
Of course I do.
Always.
All right.
Visk looks skeptically at Dudu when he says that.
All right,
Usually I want to be.
I want to clarify something. I refuse to be wheeled by Maximilian Buckworth, but the thing is, he had extracted his sense of justice, and I require an organism with a sense of justice in order to fire. So he didn't have one anymore. It was less judgment. It was less, judgment on my part, and more of a mechanical issue.
Technicality.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Anyway, don't you have somewhere to be? I'm being helpful.
Convenient. Yes. Good. I was going to say goodbye, but you're coming with me.
Picks up Jude, puts it back in the holster.
Hey, back in the holster. Whee! I love it in here.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe he needs to sit one out to show we really mean it.
Oh, time out.
Good luck.
A little time out.
You would leave me behind?
Do. I don't know. It's kind of important to have, a fuck you, I win button just in case.
You're a wizard.
I'm a sorcerer. I mean, I'm a gooman.
Oh, you're a sorcerer. You can fuck them up with your fingers.
The concept of wizards does exist. You have, that's what all magic casters in this world are called by rubes and chumps, wizards.
Yeah, they all just fall under the same category.
Yeah, it's like people are like, actually, that's a sorcerer because that's mechanical D&D stuff. That is,
Sure.
What is this? A fucking isekai? Get out of here with that shit. I'll break your legs and drop you out a well. Go to your meeting.
I guess I am a wizard. We're going to the meeting. Jude's coming.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Some other time.
You don't behave yourself, we can leave you at home anywhere we want to.
Points to themselves where Jude is. Behave!
I can't act without you. I can speak, right?
Yes!
I tend to forget that speaking could be considered antagonism.
Trust me, it is, and I know.
Studio audience laughter. We get the last half second of the cameraman ducking his camera back on, and we get the first half second of that coming back up, back in the green room. Felicity strolls in. How close does Felicity get to on time? If it's noon, what time is Felicity there?
I think Felicity is probably there on time, maybe 5 minutes late. She walks in. She's wearing like a pork pie hat and sunglasses and a suit, and she's got a 6-pack of Red Stripe with her.
Whoa.
And she walks in and she sees that you guys are dressed normal, and she's like, Sir told me we were doing a ska thing.
No, I said me and Vis, I was going to teach Vis a ska thing.
Okay.
I didn't want to bring it to the... I'm sorry, next time.
Okay.
I didn't get the scar memo either.
Well, that's why I was trying to teach you that.
Oh, I didn't. It's costumes. Okay.
Next time we'll do a big theme costume. It'll be awesome.
Okay.
Felicity, you look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Hey, nice checkered shoes. What are you doing, a fucking crossword? That's Planchette in the corner, roasting you.
Oh, is that the impression that you get? Felicity does a like hands down, quiet down motion at the studio audience is like cheering and clapping.
Yeah, that was the studio audience, yeah.
This actually just gave me a really good... I know the title of this episode now. And if you're listening to it, you know what it is too, and you get the joke. These chumps won't find out till the episode's over, though.
Shit.
Let's see. Yeah, okay, all right. Let me just... Planchette flaps over to the goomatic tube on the wall and reaches her little beak and scratches something on the wall, and a silver sheet comes up over the tube to block it. All right, okay. Informational security becoming more and more important, but we do need to be able to discuss things here. All right, so Visk, have you told them about your little idea? I don't remember if they know about that.
I might have mentioned it to Dudu at home.
Oh,
at some
please
point.
don't. Because that's outside of the little circle of protection we got going on, so I hope not.
No.
I guess we'll find out. All
I
right.
hope not.
Well,
Yeah.
don't worry, because I don't remember much.
Yeah, I don't know why I tell you anything.
It's more like who could be listening. Some
nice to
big,
talk.
big mission stuff like this. We're only going to want to talk about it here or my cage.
Okay.
Sorry, my office. That's what I call it. Sometimes I call my office my cage.
I get it.
I got just a little dark humor. You don't have to be crazy to work here, but it helps. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Don't talk to me until I've had my. Right, I don't eat, but you get what I'm saying. Sometimes I have
You've had coffee before, haven't you?
I have, but I don't have 2 cups. That's how it starts. My day, and don't talk to me until after it. Okay, Visk, just why don't you bring everybody up to speed? Because it seems like even if you said it, it slipped out.
Oh, right. So, the poem with all the, vague locations of the knives, blah, blah, blah. I think one of them is in Cryptbreak Woods.
Which one would that be? It might be just sort of a little expositional refresh.
7 knives with each set chain. One was broken, 6 remain. Lost in the woods where nothing grows.
That one.
The first one. Lost in the woods where nothing grows.
Wow. The Cryptbreak Woods.
Yeah.
I'm imagining where it is on the map.
Yeah, nothing really grew there. It's the only place we've been that kind of fits the description of this. Thought it was a good lead.
Lost in the woods where nothing grows. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. She's looking at her little screen that she has sometimes when I remember or care to mention it. Yeah, it looks. Yeah, nothing grows there. Nothing grows. Nothing dies. Just it's a big. If we had like push pins and a big map with all the souls from where people die and stuff on it, which we don't because we got these computers. But if we had one of them, you'd see a big empty spot on the map.
So where does the first pine trees come from?
Oh. Wait, what an arbologist? Arboreal what the fuck do you call a tree doctor? A tree scientist? Arbologist?
An arborist?
A druid?
Oh, no. But get that, what are you been reading fantasy? Get out of here with that. No, what is that? That's not real. Looks at the audience. That's not real. We don't do that here. Everything is sublimated.
Yes, it is. I'm learning all about it.
Motherfucker. No, I don't cuss like that. Why, you scamp.
Imagine if Mo was just like, you motherfucker.
That's just Deadwood. That's just
You cocksucker. Boink.
Anyway, we're going to Deadwood. Cryptbreak.
Yeah, the Cryptbreak Woods. Now that Doodoo's got his badge, should be, yeah. Because,
Doodoo does have his badge and is now kind of like showing off his new outfit
oh,
that nobody's really commented on yet.
do you want to describe it for us?
Yes.
How Scar.
I mean, it's not much but he doesn't have the robe tucked into the huge basketball shorts anymore with the jersey over it. Now he has a ripped shirt with the sleeves ripped off. The sash that he was given by Barabbas, is also tied kind of bigly around his waist and gut. So the shirt and the pants are tucked into the sash, which kind of gives him a more top-heavy feel, but not so much. And he still has huge basketball shorts and slides.
Yes.
And his shirt is so weird to you guys. I mean, Doodoo just always has constant stuff there. But this one's very odd because it has 3 little cartoon characters you can't really describe. They just look like nothing to you, but you do recognize the words because it is very Doodoo.
So for the audience at home,
So what I'm seeing here is let me take a pass at this. Let me take a pass.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
There is a small, what looks like a trim bipedal Garfield, and a little, same height, a little blue dog, and then twice as tall as a little blue dog, but also with a rugged, sexual, dynamic energy that is just getting the millennials waving their hands at their necks, is a larger dog. These are some sort of cartoon people, I believe.
Some sort of Australians.
Yeah. They look like they sound like Chester Pleasure.
Doodoo's pointing down to his like, see, it says, "What up, party people? That's so cool. That's so dope." And my badge is right here. Is right on his leg.
Oh.
Just kind of over his...
The t-shirt's lapel.
the other side of where his heart should be. Yeah, the lapel of the shirt.
The badge of buds, right? I remember, if I recall, from listening to y'all after your mission.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're gonna be okay. So this is a big one, right? Because this is part of. Maybe this gets the mayor back, right? That's what I'm hoping.
Visk is like raring to go. Yeah, like you can tell there's like a nervous energy. It's like,
This is knives. This is knives. This is the thing.
This is the thing, right?
This is what gets him back?
Is there like a real plan this time? Because last time we got there, I didn't even know what I was supposed to do with that knife. Clearly, we aren't strong enough to keep Syrup away from it. What's the plan here? Do we have a real plan?
Yeah, why are we...
Like, what do we do when we get to the knife? Do we collect it for you? Do we destroy it?
If we destroy them, that's good for the queen.
Planchette, help us.
Kiddos, I got nothing for you here. Everything I know about any of this is what you've told me, so I don't have like extra information. As far as I can tell, you guys are going back to a place that is going to combine maybe two of your biggest L's.
Yeah.
Where you got your... No, look, it worked out in the beginning, but I'm just saying, that little ghost girl really wrecked y'all's shop, and then Syrup kind of clowned you, and those were... This looking like it might be a combination of both. So, but you know what? And she kind of tilts her head.
What?
You're a lot stronger than you used to be. And you got that secret poem or whatever. Maybe something's going to happen with that. I don't know. Look, didn't that poem kind of make it seem like this was something that like... Because it said you'd already lost one, right? Because it said one was broken.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But time is weird. We don't know when this poem happened.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just break them, though. I think that's the main issue. Is like, do we bring
don't
them
know if
back?
Yeah.
Do you want the silver
What
knife?
is the job?
We left the first one, and it was totally ordinary.
Yeah, what you recall is that the knife itself, it was a silver knife, seemed fairly ordinary. Syrup broke the chain with his fire. He like sprayed out some fire when he dropped his cool line.
See, I'm just concerned that we could once more be leading our foes to these knives while also having no means to shore up these places to be more, secure. I think us even visiting these locations might be a little unwise.
Well, I mean, the thing to consider would be like, you know where you're going. But if there's a bunch more of them, maybe they don't know where you're going.
But they can follow us.
Yeah, I think the last time they only went there, my understanding from what the man told me, or what y'all caught me up on, was that they only went there, like they knew, like they tricked y'all into going there by screwing with things here.
I feel like we're being tricked again, yeah.
Yeah, are you tricking us?
I ain't doing anything. Look, honeys, this is your mission, this is your thing. It sounds like be cautious, I guess. Maybe you'll figure something out when you get there. You know?
At the very least, maybe we can take out Spallanzani if he returned to the scene of his gruesome crimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did need to eventually circle back on that because there are ghostly necromancer hands sort of out there.
Unaccounted for.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you'll
on
find...
the lamb. His hands are on the lamb.
Maybe you'll find him when you get there. Now, let me see what we got here. Visk, you're going to be coming up out of that same well as last time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Doodle, well, I'll be damned. It looks like the same owl. I guess that one lived.
Twofer.
Yeah, must be pretty determined.
Recycling.
Felicity, yeah, no biomass in the Cryptbreak Woods. Still, so you're gonna be pretty much all dirt again this time.
All right.
But that worked out okay last time, right?
It was fine.
Yeah, the hands are pretty smart. All right, actually, I have something I want to talk to you about, but first, and she throws a lever and drops Visk into the river. Visk, you swim off, I assume. Dudu, you feel your soul ascend upward to the land of the living, and it feels even more familiar than usual. Like it's like you're watching a movie you saw a while ago, and you don't think you remember it very well, but as soon as the opening scene starts, you realize you remember like most of the movie better than you thought. Felicity, Planchette, is looking down at you. She says, all right, let's you and me talk real quick. Now, I don't know what's going on up there, Normally I set a little timer on your bomb. Gives me an idea, or I blow you up when the other two get back, whatever. But this time, little show of faith, because this is putting a lot of trust in you. I'm not going to put a bomb in your body, all right?
Felicity looks shocked.
Yeah. Now...
Okay. Thank you.
I don't want to... I don't want to have to send somebody up to get you.
Understood.
Okay. All right. And when we get back, we can talk about this. And she pulls out with her beak your journal that was left behind last time. And then she throws the lever and hands come up to widen your already widened eyes until they peel the skin off of your face, killing you instantly.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go. She's like, "Oh Jesus! I didn't realize I had this set to Beetlejuice." Whoops. We cut away over the sound of the cameraman throwing up to the barkless white thirst pine trees of the Cryptbreak Woods, which shine like pillars of ivory in the bright sun, striking a sharp contrast with the dark, bare dirt that covers the entire forest, undisturbed by any grass, fallen leaves, or undergrowth. At the foot of a shallow valley, a small, obstinate-looking spotted owl with a bare patch of scar tissue on its neck swoops down to perch on the roof of a small stone well with its bucket raised. Nearby, there's a plot of disturbed earth surrounded by a faint circle of bone dust that seems to have been scattered by the wind. The owl settles down to pick at something in its feathers when suddenly it finds itself standing on 2 human legs. The owl looks at the cameraman and says, "Oh boy, here we go again," as the feathers of its wingtips elongate and thicken into fingers. Due to the red sash, you mentioned, sprouts around your waist, and the sleeveless bluey tee grows up your body, and...
There's a little orange in it, too.
Oh, okay, my mistake. Motherfucker. Along with the huge basketball shorts that we rarely mention but are always present, you are standing on top of the roof? Is that what you call it? Roof above the little well. It's got one of those classic triangle roofs. You know what I'm talking about.
Whoa. How'd I get up here? I know I said it like that, sorry.
You're a monk, you don't have to fall down. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You don't have to trip.
Haha, just kidding, I'm fine. I jumped down fine.
Yeah, a new bone dust circle rises out of the ground on top of the other one, and bone dust hands reach inward from the rim of the circle, grabbing the already disturbed and broken earth and cobbling it together again into a dirt, rough draft outline of a Italian woman. The fingers of the hands split again into sets of smaller hands, smaller and smaller, and layers of increasingly fine detail filter in like a large image loading over dial-up internet. Visk, you're at the bottom of a well, same as last time, only this time there's no bucket.
Oh, wait! Why didn't I do this last time?
And they use manipulate water.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
there.
you do that successfully. What is that like?
It just kind of looks like a big splash, kind of just like kathooshed up. And they just kind of like tumble out. They're not very acrobatic, so they kind of ungracefully land.
Whoa.
Felicity, as you are coming into consciousness, you feel cold water splashing your body, and the last little like layer of dust is sort of washed into streaky dirt across your fur, but then just kind of becomes a pattern of streaks that you have this time. It's like at the last minute you smeared a drawing before the ink could dry, and now your fur is just streaky, has a streak pattern this time. You see Visk, you see Doodoo standing next to a well. Visk.
Oh?
As soon as you finish manipulating water, and you're just kind of taking it in, you got your allies here. You, in your head, here.
Lost in the woods where nothing grows, a treasured trinket must be found. The specters hide in heroes' clothes to seek the spider and the hound.
Oh boy! Whoa, what was that?
What was what?
Oh, you didn't hear that? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I was too busy popping and locking. And he's popping and locking.
I just heard the mayor, but it was more of the poem that we didn't get to hear. He said, "Lost in the woods where nothing grows, a treasure trinket must be found. The specters hide in heroes' clothes to seek the spider and the hound." The hell's that mean?
And as you're reciting it, you realize, oh yeah, that part was always there. You just kind of like, it's like when you hear a song the first few times and you don't, there's like a particular line that you can't make out, and then you look up the lyrics, and then after that you can always hear it. It's like that. It's like, oh no, that was always there. It was just too dense.
Does everyone feel that?
No, just you.
Oh.
You're the only one who got the word whispered it to you specifically.
Oh, right.
Yeah, this is the Visk difference.
I thought you all heard the poem, but I guess there was encrypted data in there that was only decrypted for me. Only I can hear it.
We just heard it because you just said it. Thank you, Visk.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I say doing the gritty.
Feels obvious in retrospect.
At least we have any guidance at all this time.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired of this.
No kidding.
Spiders and hounds. I don't know, I'm kind of amped up. I want to find this hound. I want to find a spider. Kind of getting excited. Yeah.
Can I look around? Is the house still looks the same and stuff?
Yeah, so it's
Spallanzani's manor.
So it's the middle of the day this time, so you can see it much clearer at the top of the little hill that this valley is at the bottom of. You see, right at the edge of where the Cryptbreak Woods really begin, those white trees, those barkless white trees just stretching back and back. You see, Spallanzani Amusements.
Is the suspended room still suspended up above the roof?
It is not, because you lowered it down.
I know. I was worried that if it was, if it was up there, then that would have been a sign that Spallanzani returned to crank it back up.
Yeah, so
good to know.
if you're glancing up there, you can see there's like shards of something shining in the dirt of the hill, leading up, like a trail up to Spallanzani Amusements.
Wow, I didn't even have to roll for investigation on that.
No, it's just catching the light of the sun. It's like it's like in a fucking video game. It's like, it's this way, golden shining path. Like, this is the best way to do it. You're using your Witcher sense to fucking see out there. It's like every video game for the last 10 years has the signposting button, so that you don't need to do that naturally through dialogue or design.
The Arkham Asylum detective mode.
Whatever it is.
Button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, seems obvious. We go this way.
All right, let's do it. Felicity heads down that road.
Fisk is walking that way.
Dude is happily trotting along.
Yeah. You're making your way up the hill. You're following those shards of glass shining in the dirt to the 2-story building, which is shining thirst pine white in the bright sun. The block and tackle crane that was resting on top of it before, the one Nokia's room is dangling from, is gone. The whole crane is gone.
Oh.
Not just the room itself. The crane apparatus is also missing. The dark wood front door. Well, I guess I don't know. Visk, on your way back, did you shut the door?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay, well, then it's still shut. But the window, the circular window above that Felicity climbed in through when she broke in, is still half open. The big front glass window that Dudu got his ass knocked through by the Marionite is still shattered, and you realize that's probably what the glass shards are from. In fact, almost 100% certainly. Because weighing less than Dudu, they were knocked and flown more, and they kind of scattered down the hill, cool style.
Good times.
Yeah. Spallanzani Amusements can still be read clearly above the entryway.
And it's in here again? Oh, all right.
Maybe.
The specters hide in heroes' clothes.
Huh.
No. What bad thing could happen? Possibly. You guys are probably fun. No need to have your weapons. You're all great. All right.
Okay.
How do we get in here again? It's probably just unlocked.
Vis tries the door.
It's unlocked.
What do you know?
I say we do that.
I guess we should check out Spallanzani's.
Yeah.
Dudu poses with like a big yay. No one seems to be into it, though.
Do you want to go first? By all means.
I mean, Let's just be careful.
All right, who's going in first? Nobody leapt forward on that.
We all.
Yeah.
After there's a short pause, Felicity goes ahead and goes in first.
Okay.
Wordlessly and not super happy with it.
All right. Felicity goes in. Felicity, you see in the interior of Spallanzani Amusements it has a different vibe in the daylight than it did. It seems much less haunting and much more abandoned, which is kind of which is haunting in a different way. But there's it seems like from the broken window and the left open window, some dirt has been blown in. This place is finally starting to get like a fair amount of dust on it. Since you were here last. But you do see the display of puppets with the small ball body marionette beginner puppet and the intermediate level Stringbeard the Wise wizard marionette facing off against the large advanced Screw Eyes the Dragon, which is hanging from several crossbars and dozens of strings from the ceiling. This display seems to be just about the only thing that wasn't destroyed in your fight with the marionette. The shattered greasy remnants of the model Rhymeshell train set are strewn about like a murder scene preserved in tar.
Fisk, like, sadly shakes their head at the sight.
Yeah, who knows where could that grease have come from? And the racks... Oh, sorry, the racks of ball cupping are fine. Phew! You guys remember ball cupping, right? It had that theme song, the one that goes...
Wonderful. Oh, I love that theme. Can I hear it one more time?
Yeah, let's hear it one more time. This time, even though Duda was just thinking it, all of you hear it very loudly in your heads.
Cool. Is there a dog in here? It said hound. Hounds are dogs.
Yeah.
Spider and the Hound.
Let's make an investigation.
Let's look for spiders or dogs.
Or specters, or heroes, or clothes.
Or knives.
Oh, especially the knives, yes.
Oops. I have a -1. I don't know why I did that.
That's an unnatural 20.
I got a 16.
I got it.
We got a what, Felicity?
16.
8.
Duda, you find there is a little panel on the wall with even more ball cuppins behind it, even more of the little cuppin ball on a string toys as last time.
Dude is freaking out, like, whoa!
You get that for your bad investigation because it's not helpful at this moment. Visk, you find under the remnants of the little pocket orchestra stands that got destroyed last time, you find a pristine one that isn't broken.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello, little guy. How did you survive?
Yeah. What are you doing with it?
I'm gonna open it, play it, crank it, whatever you do with a little pocket orchestra.
Yeah, it plays the ball cupping theme again. Yet a third time.
Don't know what I expected, but...
That knocks Dudu out of his trance, seeing all the ball cups, like, huh?
Fisk is holding it up, like, pointing, like,
it survived.
Bring that with you.
No, sure.
puts it in the goo, why not?
Yeah.
Excellent. Felicity, you find a place on the wall that has a chunk missing out of it. You're wondering why your eyes are drawn to this place, and then you remember. This is the spot on the wall where your head made impact when the marionette sent you flying across the room. And that was actually the wound that eventually killed you, so you'd expect there to still be some blood there, you know, from the massive head trauma. but instead there's a big semicircular chunk missing from the wall. And lodged in the wood where the missing part starts, there's a sharp, curved tooth about 4 inches long.
Felicity walks up and... Can she pull this tooth out? Does it come out?
Make a strength check. Or no, sorry, that's for saves. Make an athletics check.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, you just kind of wrench it out. It seems like familiar. It seems like upsettingly familiar. You picture like, for some reason you were picturing like rows of these. And make a history check to follow.
All right.
This is a personal history, so we're going to see how this goes.
19.
Oh yeah, it looks like when you looked out the window on the midnight special and got an eyeful of the raw psychic wastes, which in your case meant you saw gnashing rows of teeth that all looked like this one.
Felicity is like turning it over in her hands, like frowning at it really hard.
Yeah, so you got that. There's also a huge hole in the wall that leads into the workshop proper. That was the one that the marionette crashed through.
Oh, it goes into the workshop. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are just sort of looking around the storefront right now.
Hmm.
This is a different hole than the chunk that was taken out.
Dudu saunters over your way, Felicity. I don't know if you want to share or not the tooth.
This mean anything to you, Dudu?
Huh?
I'm holding the tooth up, spinning it.
Wow. It's pretty big, right? The tooth?
Yes.
I know I said that as Dudu. I was trying to ask Cohen.
Oh yeah, it's like 4 inches long. It's like...
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, longer than a man's finger.
Wowie,
Yeah.
wow. I hold up my finger to it. Even long. My owl finger is a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, it's about the size of a doo-doo finger. Like one of the... When your feathers turn into fingers, it's like... And they're kind of like cartoonishly big. It's like that length.
That's a doo-doo finger. That's what you got there.
I don't love it, whatever it is.
This comes over. A what? Whoa, that's a rather large tooth.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Reminds me of the teen from the other time.
Yeah.
The one with the teeth.
The one with the teeth.
The teeth teen. Yeah.
Bigger than hers. Hers were like the length of a thumb. These are like and hers were like triangular. Like, like a shark's tooth. This is more like like almost like banana shaped.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like peeled banana.
I think these are called canines. Oh!
The hound.
Oh.
Hey, wait a minute.
Huh.
Why'd it take a chunk out of the wall?
Why is it here at all? There wasn't anything with teeth here besides, I guess, us last time we were here, and it doesn't really look like anyone's here now? I hope.
In this area, it certainly looks that way. In the storefront area.
What about the workshop, though? We can get inside
yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
Why? That's a whole different room that you can enter.
Exactly.
Yeah, Felicity's going to proceed to the workshop.
We follow.
All right, so you head back into Spellinzani's workshop through the hole in the wall created by the marionette. And this room... Okay, you had like pretty intense fight here, but most of the damage was done to your bodies and whatever. Like, you didn't, like, wreck the room that much in the actual fight, but this room has been ransacked. The puppet crafting stations, the materials for painting and fine detail are all missing. That huge ball of string that was in the corner of the room last time, all of the thirst pine logs and blanks that were around, all of those are gone. And oh yeah, it's very easy to see because there's a shaft of bright sunlight coming down through the open skylight in the ceiling. All of the silver tools that were hanging from the walls are also gone. The little puppet theater is still there in the center of the room, but the wooden chairs are missing. The hands, Spallanzani hands, that last message placard that he left you, which says, "Strange trees, good for toys," is just sitting in front of the puppet theater. And oh yeah, Nokia's bedroom is resting there beneath the skylight with the chain leading up to the skylight. Now, what's interesting is that the door is closed. And what's even more interesting is there is a single shining string leading down from the skylight to it goes into, goes inside the closed door through the top, and you hear something jostling around inside.
Ricochet?
Oh, hey! A jagged black blade fills your hand. Oh, hey! We are in Spallanzani's place.
So we are.
What's going
Let's
on?
start talking, sword.
Visk is like super spooked.
Yeah, no, I did say I would do that. What's up? What's going? Okay, hold on. I'm just kind of peeking back through Felicity's memories. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm caught up.
She can do that.
Oh, I think all soul weapons can do that. Your gross gun can probably do it too. That's right, I can.
Good.
Felicity jumps again.
Yours are pretty boring.
Ugh.
Okay.
No, you know what? That's not fair. You know what? Yours are very thrilling. You stayed in a room for 99 years. I stayed in a gross little box for about that long. So,
Who are you to judge?
You're right. I take it back. I'm sorry.
God. Thank you for apologizing.
Yeah. Love a polite gun.
We're talking to the sword. Shut up, Jude.
Well, yes.
What's up?
I just want to be ready.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Felicity is going
What?
to
That's all.
sneak over to the structure that is Nokia's room. She's not going to open it. She's placing her ear to it to see if she can hear anything inside of it better.
Okay, make it, I mean, I think if it were passive, is perception, oh yeah, make a perception, for sure, you're perceiving.
Visk quietly slinks up.
Ricochet, I thought you were going to, I've got questions. What do you know about this guy?
Felicity is doing something right now, just a minute.
8.
You hear something, for 8, you hear something kind of banging around in there, and you hear like some sort of muffled... Hard to make out. You see that string, though, is kind of like jerking above the door.
What if we knocked?
No.
Like Visk, puts hands on Felicity gently, but pulls her away from the door, turns her around, looks directly at Ricochet.
Yeah, what's up?
Start talking. What do you know about all of this? You know things about this. Tell us things about this.
Yo, back off. He's pushing Visk away. Are we going to do something about the person that seems to be here?
Yeah, it's jostling louder and louder.
Or are you just going to keep having fucking Poindexter talk with my sword?
I'm sorry.
We can figure this out later. Let's knock.
Fine, let's go get our asses kicked by whatever the fuck's in there.
Well, that's not what I wanted to do either. This.
The string jostles.
You can go ahead and open the door whenever you want.
All right.
Doo-doo knocks.
Make a perception check. You're an owl. Make it with advantage. You've got good hearing.
21 or?
Okay, that's pretty fucking good.
21 it is.
All right. You hear something it sounds like somebody picking up and dropping a chair almost. But you hear a voice on top of that says,
Hello? I seem to have gotten trapped in here. Could you please help me? I can't quite reach the fiddle dob.
Oh, it's a fancy lad. All right.
No, wait, whoa. Could be a fake fancy lad.
Exactly.
Who is it?
Is someone there? I can't hear you through the lodge. What is the door? I cannot hear you through the door. Could you please help?
there's also a window on the door. I think we established last time, but it is this time it's brighter outside, and there's not you can't see as clearly what's in there.
There's a glare on the window.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Who are you?
Please help. I've gotten myself trapped in this small, strange box.
I don't really trust this box.
All right, Visk, point Jude at the door. I'm going to open the door if it's something bad fired off.
That's a good plan.
There we go. Yes, the site of my greatest triumph.
Calm down, calm down.
Petting the gun.
Calm the fuck down.
Just use it as a last resort, Visk, remember.
You know it.
Doodoo's got conch ready. I'm ready for anything. You go ahead, Felicity.
Felicity is going to pull the door open. She's not, going to stay standing in front of the door. She's like pulling it and then dipping around the corner with it. She's not revealing herself. She's just opening the door.
Good. So Dudu and Visk, which you see as the door is swung open carefully and craftily by Felicity, is dangling on the end of that string, but falls to the floor of the room, is a short, crudely carved wooden puppet of a little boy wearing a top hat as tall as he is. Even with the hat, he only comes up to about your waist, Dudu.
Oh.
Puppet may be too elaborate. This is more like a wooden figure. It has no points of articulation, both of its legs just come to an end in a circular wooden base, and its little its little hands are on its hips. Hello, my name is Stovepipe the Brave, and the string jerks it forward, hops it forward into the room, and it stands sort of in the center of you. Are you heroes? And his mouth is not moving as he talks. He's just kind of dangling and bobbing on a string that leads up and out of the skylight, just sort of like hanging off the lip, like it goes up there and then is pulled in another direction. Are you heroes? I couldn't quite hear what was happening, but I heard quite a consternation. I'm looking for my lost sister, Shortstuff. Have you seen her?
Dudu's just kind of flabbergasted.
Yeah, Visk is looking back and forth at Dudu and Felicity, like, Is the voice coming from the figurine, or is it being projected elsewhere from somewhere into our heads?
It seems to be coming from the direction of the figurine. But make an Arcana check.
7 + 4. 11?
It doesn't seem to be projecting into your brain. How this thing is talking, you can't quite put together right now. I'm looking for my sister. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
My name is Stovepipe the Brave. Are you heroes?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. Then these must be for you. I found them in this gross little room. And he jostles back into the room, and through means that are not entirely clear, hooks like his elbow, even though it's like folded. He kind of like gets his elbow. He's like, hold on, just blast it. Just hooks it onto a heavy chest under Nokia's bed. That the figurine is like very slowly and with a lot of effort dragged back out of the room, pulling behind it a large oaken dark wood treasure chest with silver bands and a large V and V engraved into the top. And Ricochet says, "Oh, that's Victoria's. That's her clothes chest."
Spectres hide
Does this
in
scare
heroes.
Stovepipe, considering I've been in hiding behind the door?
Oh, I take everything as it comes. That's what makes me so brave. I'm sorry, sir. It seemed like you were saying something that was very relevant. He says to Dudu.
Spectres hide in heroes' clothes.
Yes.
Dudu softly says.
Yeah, the audience nods knowingly. They don't know exactly what's happening, but baby, they're along for the ride. I found this when I was trapped in there for an amount of time that
Were you made by Spallanzani?
I was made by the master.
He looks a little crude for a Spallanzani job.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Wow. Hold on. Let me take another pass on it. Let me take another pass on that.
You were polite little man.
That's the deleted scene. Let me take it. How would a British youth insult someone?
I'm sorry, I wasn't 100% sure you were sentient.
Well, beans to you. I think I look rather dashing, and he's jerked around, still unmoving.
You know, you're like the only other person I've met that has a similar accent to mine. Why's that?
Oh, How many? I haven't met that many people. No, wait.
Maybe this is the accent you get if you haven't met many people.
Yes, I've only met 7.
7?
Wait, maybe. It's hard to keep track. There's new people every day.
That's true.
Yes.
In general, yes. Anyway,
Visk opens the chest.
You try, and it is locked.
oh,
Their hands just like grease right, like slip right off it.
Yeah.
well,
Felicity's going to shuffle up and get her claws into that. Is there a visible lock, actually?
Yeah, big visible keyhole.
Okay. 10.
You go for it, but the keyhole is... It seems like a regularly shaped keyhole, but like it's got the big classic Kingdom Hearts fucking you know the keyhole. But like as your claw gets even a little bit of the way in, you realize that the hole is like flat and almost like two-dimensional. And Ricochet says, "Oh, honey, that's me. That's just that's me. Just kind of jam me in there."
Okay. I'm going to insert Ricochet into the keyhole.
Whoa.
Yeah, you do, and turn, and it turns effortlessly.
Huh.
And the chest swings open, and you find so many fantasy clothes. Why? You find the dress of a barmaid. You find the courtly robes of a courtier, some diplomat. You find you find like a big fake beard and a hat and a robe that looks like string beard. You find pretty much anything that you would want to find to dress for a medieval fantasy experience. This is our classic Skulltenders. Whatever you want your character to be dressed like for this episode, art could be found in here. So what do we find?
forgive my overcautiousness. Should we check this for traps of magical or physical nature?
Looking at Felicity.
Yeah, okay. Felicity's gonna give it a once over for that.
Yeah, check on the inside of the lid next to where the silver is banded.
I don't like being bossed around by small, semi-animate creatures.
Looks at the puppet, looks at Jude.
Education is +5. Okay, 19.
Yeah, you find a little catch on the inside that you can flip, and as a result, the silver bands do not explode forward.
Yeah.
When you open it all the way.
Whew, well done.
All right.
Yeah, good call, Glooman.
Thank you.
So, what is this chest, Ricochet? Is this familiar to you? I mean, it must be. You open it.
Yeah, it's that's this. I'm helpful. Felicity. Oh, look at that. No, Victoria used me to lock most of her stuff. It's just, I'm the only one like me, baby. So yeah, it's this was her. She kept her. She was a seamstress, so she kept her. So I remember these. Yeah, these. She had collected all these little outfits. As on her adventures and travels, and then when she and Smellanzani got together, she used them to make the little clothes for the dolls and marionettes and such.
Oh, wow. And Felicity is, digging through these clothes. She was really quite into this stuff, huh? This doll thing that seems to have been sucked into.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of more his thing, but, they were making a life together, I guess it was nice. They had a thing going for a while.
For a while?
Well, yeah, and then she died.
Ah.
You saw the little puppet show, yeah.
I wasn't sure how accurate it was. That's all real? That's all?
High notes, I mean, some editorializing about the fatherhood scenario, but yeah, for the most part, it was pretty accurate. They were happy, they fought, they met, they had the kid, they were happy for a while.
How did she reconcile that with her work?
Well, he stopped being a necromancer, so, I guess that was easy. He stopped being one, she stopped hunting them for a while.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. And then, I guess that didn't really last for him when things got bad. But I was out of the picture at that point. Back in the wherever it is I go when I'm not here.
Yeah. Where do you go exactly? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, and then Doodoo interrupts.
Ah, look what I found! It's a big Groucho Marx pair of glasses. It's me, Doodoo! He takes the glass off. See?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yay!
I thought it was a whole new guy.
Visk was squinting skeptically the entire time they were talking, but didn't want to interrupt.
Excellent. All right.
So we get dress up?
Oh, yes.
I guess I'm worried it's going to, like, miniaturize us or turn us into wood or something stupid.
Can I, like, Arcana check this or something?
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean turn you into wood? Everything is made of wood.
Of course it is, sweetie.
All things are wood. I love to be wood. Everything in the world is made of wood.
Of course it is.
We were all made by the master. He's just making up a little song as he's getting jostled around.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't want to be like this little boy.
Well, that's all you have to do. Here's a simple trick I learned when I had little animals in my house. I would just I'm using my foot to sort of gently push the boy out of the way. Just be like, all right, let us do this right now. Thank you.
All
We'll
right.
find your sister later, buddy.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Love you. Bye.
Way to stay on mission.
Just stay right there.
Yeah. Yeah. You look through the chest of clothes, and what do you find? I will roll to determine who will go first. Visk. What do you find?
So, Visk has been thinking, I would extremely prefer not to have my core thing grabbed out of me or punched through me or whatever other violence can occur to it.
So their first instinct is to grab some plate armor? Is there plate armor in there?
Yeah, you find some it looks like plate armor, but it's actually it's just like silver painted wood.
No, that's not it.
And they keep rummaging around and find some chainmail, but this is also made of wood. But they try on the chainmail, but it quickly becomes apparent that
Yeah, it's catching on the goo a lot.
This is uniquely difficult to deal with.
like all the hundreds of loops and gaps and stuff,
Yeah.
like the concentration required to keep from oozing through all the nooks and crannies like a Play-Doh factory. It's if Visk wasn't expecting to do anything else, like sure it wouldn't be too big of a deal to walk around like this, but they probably have to like talk to people and battle some jerks and strategize and stuff, and they don't have the bandwidth. So they unslurp out of the chainmail, and just as they're about to give up looking for any protective feeling attire, something catches their iPods. Oh. And Visk sloops into a peculiar full-body covering. A black robe with a hood, leather gloves, nifty hat, and a beak-like mask.
Ooh.
Upon their sensory organs traveling up into the mask, Visk finds it to be filled with pleasant aromatic herbs and flowers, many of which are new to them. Unless they're made of paper.
Yeah, they're paper. You find some rustled paper in the end of this nose of what, to the audience, if they could see you now. Oh, if they could see you, they'd see that you are in a plague doctor outfit, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, Visk doesn't know that. You look. Oh, my goodness! You must be some sort of. You must be. Are you Death?
What?
You must be Death! Death! It's Death! And he hops around.
Yay! Someone who likes that.
Yes!
Their voice is muffled in post-production by a low-pass filter.
Yes.
But also by the mask.
Death, the thing that will never come to us.
Oh you.
Yes, we're safe. The children of the wood.
I thought I pushed you over here, he says with his foot.
Oh, you little abomination, you.
The problem is because of the string that's hanging down, he just kind of keeps getting dragged back, straight back into. It's like, he's like hitting up against the door.
And Dudu's like trying to like mess with the string, like, oh, this is everywhere. Oh man.
Yeah,
Just gets caught in it.
Well, Dudu's dealing with that. So Felicity, what do you find?
Felicity is going to dive into the trunk to change, of course. Pulling the lid shut, and there's some rustling. And then it opens back up, and she is in like I think 3rd edition D&D or cover of a Conan the Barbarian book, chainmail bikini.
Hell yeah! All right.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, I can't pull that off for multiple reasons.
Yeah, she's breasting boobily out of it now. There's a wolf whistle sounds from the studio audience.
Gracious.
My goodness.
Gracious.
Goodness.
Goodness.
Wow. Girl boss.
Hell yeah.
She strikes a little pose.
She's owning it.
Dudu, can you pull that off?
Fellows, he puts his hand, he hits you with his elbows because he can't move his arms, but he's jabbing them into Dudu and this. She's owning it, fellows.
Dare I say she's serving?
We all serve at the whims of the master.
That's true, I guess.
Like Visk is like trying to play along so this thing doesn't like get weirder.
Yeah, you gotta stop with that master stuff, little brother.
No. What do you find?
All right, well, let's see. Well, I was eyeing this earlier. You know, I mean, I love me a big old pointy hat. And he finds what he can only assume is the wizard outfit of Stringbeard.
Oh yeah, and it's that like classic pointy hat where it doesn't have the brim. It's like before they added the Gandalf brim, it's just straight up point. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like a dunce hat.
Yeah, like a big dunce hat.
It's like it would be a dunce cap if it were not a very cool old-fashioned wizard hat.
Yeah, it had little. I'm guessing it has little stars and stuff embroidered on it as well.
Oh yeah,
stars and moons.
The actual Stringbeard puppet doesn't have them because in the making the smaller, that's sort of the level of detail that got lost. But yeah, and for mass production, you just can't keep all that going. But yeah, it's got little felt stars that have been sewn in with stitches that are almost invisible. You got a long robe, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, Dudu takes the robe, which looks like it has the beard kind of bunched in there on the top of the hat, and goes, "Check this out." And he puts the whole thing kind of above him, and then lets it drop, and just falls right on him perfectly. The beard's already in place. The hat stops right on the hat, and he's like, "The wizard appeared!" Woo!
Conch fills your hand and becomes a staff.
Yeah!
Like a classic wizard staff.
Ooh.
My word, you're looking wiser by the moment, sir.
Thank you, little boy. And I touch him with the end of the staff, just like a little doot.
Oh,
Just clinking the boys together.
oh, fantastic.
Cool.
And Dudu and Felicity, your Skulltenders badges have automatically transferred to these new heroic clothes. You truly are the heroes of old. A wizard, a warrior, and death itself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, let's find my sister! And he is pulled up, just up out of it, lifts up and is pulled out of the skylight, and you hear the sound of him hitting the ground outside.
Strange lad.
Not really sure how I feel about this guy and this whole adventure thing.
Well, we found the hero's clothes, and I guess he's the Spectre.
No, we're the specters in the hero's clothes. We're the ghosts.
But they said
That's us. It's us.
That's good, actually. That
Oh.
means that there's not another ghost here. That's pretty good news.
Yeah.
that's pretty good. All right, let's follow this little guy.
Let's do it.
Time to seek the spider and the hound. I'm not sure any of us chose practical clothing for this, but let's go.
Fuck that.
On your way out, Felicity, make a perception check. With advantage, because you already saw something pointing you in this way.
Thank God there was an advantage. That first roll was a 1.
Yikes.
And a 2.
18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Felicity, you find the place where your body should be, and it's not there.
Is it like, could you tell it was there? Or is it just like completely gone as if there was never anything there?
There's a spot where your head was resting against the wall, where you rested when you were dying, and just like, there's not a tooth in it this time, but there is a chunk missing out of the wall, where the wet blood of your head was resting against the wall.
Felicity notes this and like runs her paw across it, but there doesn't really seem to be anything to be done about it now.
Ooh, oh man, I can't believe it. I'm stuck in this dank, dark cave, and I'm separated from my spelunking group. Well, it wouldn't be smart to go searching for them. Instead, I'll stay right here and wait for them to find me. Thankfully, I have my phone, and it's filled with all these podcasts and extras that I got from the Skulltenders Patreon. That's patreon.com/Skulltenders. You can join for as little as $5 a month, but I'm at the 10 tier. And at the 10 tier, wow, I got not only do I have the main episode, but I got Skull Talkers, the behind the scenes show where they talk about each episode, answer questions from the communities. I have Jawbone, a podcast where they where 2 or more members of the group talk about different things that they love and like that help that bring that flavor into the main campaign. And if I can get a signal in here, I can check out the doodles, Casey's doodles, and the maps and mandibles from Cohen. If only I had enough to be a permanent resident at $25 a month, and I could check out the deleted scenes that editor Jess O'Brien had to put on the cutting room floor, and I could also hear the level ups, the mechanical D&D stuff as they level up their characters. But 10's pretty good for now, and I got enough to listen to. And thankfully I'm warm with my Skulltender shirt. 3 different shirts I have underneath here. I have the Certified Public Anthony's First National Bank of Pizza shirt, and then underneath that, as I raise my shirt, I have the Skulltenders, classic Skulltenders logo shirt. Then as I raise that, and underneath there, I have the Sensatium shirt. Oh, I'm going to be so warm, waiting in this deep, dark, alone cave, just waiting for my spelunking group to get back. And those shirts can be bought, by the way, at topatico.com/collections/Skulltenders. All of this stuff can be found, links and all, quite easily at skulltenders.com. And thankfully, I have enough to keep me busy while I wait for my friends to come find me again at this spelunking cave. Oh well, I'll just curl up here and hope that the creatures at the edge of the darkness don't get too close. Ooh. Ooh.
Now, where were we? Oh yeah. You step outside where you find Stovepipe, the little knot puppet, the little figurine on a string, jostling here and about with Visk and Doodoo. My word, I must say, you look just like the heroes I've heard about. You know what? You remind me of Splinterheart.
What's that?
Who are you talking about?
I'm glad you asked. Splinterheart is the other hero I know, the protector of the village, and the rest of us.
What village?
Ah, I'm glad you asked again. Crossbar Village, of course. It's where my string goes. And he points to where his string goes up, and so his string is threaded through the branches of the nearest thirst pine tree, which, in case we don't remember, are pale white barkless trees that stretch straight up 30 feet or so, and their only branches are a crown of 4 or 5 at the top, like outstretched fingers. And it's these branches that his string is threaded through.
Doodoo's like scratching his forehead, trying to be like, okay, so you know there's a string there.
Of course.
Where does that go to? Where's that attached to?
His village.
It goes to the crossbar at the center of the village, and from there to the hand of the master. Just like yours, I assume.
Visk is like nudging both of them.
He's jostling around.
Yeah, we heard him.
Yours are very faint. He must have a very fine level of control for all your points of articulation. I was hoping to find my sister here because this is where I found her first, but she's gone. I thought she might have come back here. The other villagers told me not to worry about it. They said she's not real, but I think that's a cruel thing to say.
Well, maybe she's gone back to your village. Maybe when you go back, she'll be there.
Good idea. Let's go! And he hops jerkily along. And as he hops along, there's a point where he's closer to a different thirst pine tree. And at that point, the string gives a little whip and flips up and over to catch onto the branches of the next tree, and the next, and the next, and he just keeps doing this as he leads you into the Cryptbreak Woods. It's hard, even when you're looking directly at it. It is the most expert level string tech you've ever seen. It's amazing. Some kind of string genius.
Some kind of strange genius is afoot. I think I know who.
Are you coming? Are you coming along on an
Yeah,
adventure,
we're walking
heroes?
with you the whole time. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
You can assume we're basically generally walking aside you.
Yay! I feel like a hero of old. From the ancient times, from before a few weeks ago. Let's see.
So the striking thing as you are following this extremely trustworthy little puppet figure into the Cryptbreak Woods is how eerily quiet they are. All of the small sounds one would expect to hear in some woods, the wind in the leaves overhead, undergrowth and twigs crunching overfoot, none of that's here. None of that's here. So if you're expecting that, go fuck yourself. Instead, what you hear dirt under your feet.
Yeah, audio designer.
And the rhythmic sound of Stovepipe hopping along, being jerked, and you hear like the occasional twang of his string being whipped over to the next tree, and it just smells sterile. Like it doesn't smell like there's no smell to the earth. You can't really smell the dirt. There's just not, things have smell, but not this place. It's weird. Weird.
As Felicity is walking along, she's making notches in the trees that we can find our way back if need be.
You go to. It is really, really, really difficult.
Really? Okay.
If you're able to, if you swing Ricochet into the side of a tree, you can break it. But as far as just strict cutting, yeah, honey. Sorry. I mean, I know. I think I fucked up the big ball puppet. But this is tricky. It takes. You can swing real hard, but that's about it.
Gotcha. All right.
But yeah, you're making these force notches. So now we're also hearing the occasional sound of Ricochet going ah and hitting into the side of a tree.
And the twang is making Visk flinch. They're like,
I think that's why the silver was the tools were made of silver. I think only silver cuts these trees.
Logic makes sense, but
Oh yes,
I don't have silver.
the tools of the master. May they be blessed.
Yeah.
And the harvesters, of course. But that's not for us to know about.
The harvesters?
Oh, tell us about those.
Oh, yes. Oh, of course, I'm happy to help. The harvesters. The harvesters?
No, go on. No, I don't know.
No, yeah, this is news to us.
Oh, yes. They toil that our world may grow.
The trees?
That's pretty vague, man.
Oh, the harvesters toil that our world may grow. I'm of course not meant to look upon them. None of us do. They break the facade. They break the illusion.
The kayfabe. Very important.
Yes.
See, there you go again. You know that it's all fake now.
What do you mean, sir?
Dude, stop trying to break the brain of this young wooden boy.
I mean, even I can see. Whatever. Dude who gives up.
He's helping us. Don't fuck him up in the head.
I know. It's just so, kid's weird.
You take issue with the oddest things. Of course, the strings control all. The world was made for the delight of a child. And the day she arrives, oh, what wonders we shall know. Of course, we are still in our Eden. We are still in our Genesis made. He's being jerked along as he says this. Oh, look, we're almost back to Crossbar Village. Lovely.
And you see between the trees that you're drawing close to what looks like a big white X, just kind of floating in the air. But it's hard to make out more from here because all the thirst pines are the same uniformly tall height. No saplings or anything. And you're also still kind of focused on what Stovepipe just said about the princess.
So who is she? May I ask?
Oh, the princess. The daughter of the master.
Makes sense.
Yes, our beautiful world was made for her delight. And one day we shall meet her.
It's like singing a shitty song, obviously make it up as he goes.
And everything will be all right.
You've been walking for a ways now. The trees are beginning to thin out as you approach this clearing with a hill at the center of it. And at the top of the hill, you see above the hill, hanging in the sky from that missing crane, block and tackle crane that was on top of Spallanzani's, you see a huge white crossbar, which if you don't know, it's the 2 wooden planks that a marionettist holds when they control a puppet. You know what I'm talking about? The thing that they control.
Yep.
So a huge one of those is hanging over the village with dozens of strings trailing down from all 4 planks of the X. And these strings lead down behind all the buildings of the village. Come out, friends, come out! I've met heroes to find my sister! And he hops, he's hopping. And as you're getting close, you realize these are not actually buildings. They're more like set dressing. They're unfinished, unpainted, wooden 2-dimensional facades of a medieval fantasy town. You see one in the shape of a blacksmith's, there's what looks to be a tavern, and peeking through the empty window holes in these facades and around the sides are puppets, much more sophisticated than Stovepipe. Faceless, white, articulated, as tall as doo-doo. They kind of look like the big life model-looking doll that Vincent was talking to you through from the past in the Veilguard Mausoleum. And as you follow Stovepipe into the center of the village, you keep catching sight of them, and they keep ducking back down every time you see one. Come on, you rubes! I've met some heroes! Come on, introduce yourselves, heroes. I'm so... How rude of me. I never asked what your names were.
Quick meeting.
Quick meeting, huddle.
Of course.
We huddle up.
Hands over your ears, everyone. They're being secretive. And all of the puppets put their hands over their ears in unison.
What the fuck is going on?
We have to use fake names.
Fake names, yes.
Yeah, I feel like we are all in agreement. This has got to be Spallanzani, right?
Oh, 1,000,000,000%, I hope. God, imagine if it was a different guy.
If we're gonna get in underneath the wire, then we gotta use fake names, okay?
Yeah.
Just keep it one word. You can add a the. You can have a the whatever, the adjective. That's fine. Keep it one word, otherwise, okay?
Okay.
All right. Introduce yourself, my friends.
Okay, break.
Break.
They're ready, everyone. And he like, usually the string is pulling the puppet, but this time the puppet, like, topples over to the side and kind of yanks on the string, which makes the big crossbar kind of quiver, and all of the puppets are jerked up to their feet and are now looking out of the windows. Take a look, everyone. They're going to say what their names are.
Go ahead, Visk. I mean... whoever you are. Doo-doo kind of looks off, like didn't say anything.
They don't seem to have noticed.
I push Visk out front.
I'm crying. Sorry, give me a break.
Timing.
Really?
It was really good.
God, it was such an obvious joke, but it fucking slapped me so hard. Fuck, dude.
I'm, Xanthrax.
This is the only name Fisk knows to use as an alias, because they used it one other time, and they don't have a lot of imagination with names.
Ah, Xanthrax. Delightful.
Pleasure.
They like bow back to the rest of the line of the Skulltenders.
The villager, the blank paled villager puppets all bow in unison to match your you stepping backwards. They all like do the same thing.
Everyone's so polite here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Eden Cohenfield.
Oh, what a cool name. That's one of the coolest names I've ever heard. Xanthrax, Eden Cohenfield. Yes, these are truly the names of heroes. And he is like, the string kind of whips, and he takes a quarter. He like hops up in the air and takes a full quarter turn to land facing Tudu. And what is your name, wise wizard?
I am Poo-Poo the Wise.
Ah, these are very good names. These are super good names. Thank goodness we took a moment to give everybody a chance to think of one. No, they're good. I'm just being funny. Oh wow, these come out and meet everyone. And one of the puppets, who looks identical to all the others except that he has strings coming out of his featureless white puppet face. Ah, the village elder. And this one like wrenches itself jerkily forward, and in a voice that sounds like the breaking and snapping of twigs given, and like the falling of trees given form in a voice. And of course what that sounds like, of course, is fuck, what does this guy sound like?
Krang! Creaky.
What are these creatures? You are heroes?
Seemingly.
We've waited so long for more heroes to come.
Oh, we're not the first.
Of course not. We have Splinterheart. Splinterheart is amazing. A white knight in shining silver. The deeds of Splinterheart are legendary.
This clicks tell me more about Splinterheart.
Okay, what is that? Okay.
Whoa. Splinterheart is amazing. Our hero. The hero of the village and all of us.
What did he do?
None are as heroic as Splinterheart. Oh, to have seen the deeds of Splinterheart.
Never mind.
The
Visk fully turns away from the village elder and addresses the Skulltenders.
So, where should we begin our search for this little girl?
I don't know.
Do you think it's related to the knives?
It's gotta be, right?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, the poem said that we dress like idiots and seek the spider and the hound.
Oh, was there a second line to the poem?
A treasure trinket must be found.
Oh, have you encountered anything lost
Presumably,
recently?
the little sister is a treasure trinket.
Yes, she's my little trinket. I love her.
Yes.
My treasure. I found her in the master's workshop.
Alright, I think you're right. It probably is that. Let's go find her.
Yeah.
Yay!
So, where is she now?
Well,
Imagine if he knew.
he tilts at a diagonal. I'm a bit flummoxed, because I've looked in every direction except to the northeast. But there's no way she's there, because that's where the harvesters are, and we're not meant to go in that direction. And I can't think of any reason a precocious and inquisitive child like her would have gone to a mysterious place she was forbidden to enter. No, we should probably go back to the workshop. I've just been going back and forth between the village and the workshop over and over, hoping to run into her.
Well, it's a good thing we are out-of-towners and renegades with regards to the laws of other cultures. Let's go.
Yeah.
This starts like walking northeast. I don't know if I know what northeast is.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything we got to do in this town, or can we just let's just go northeast, folks?
Let's go to an inn. Let's buy some things at the shop. Let's go to the brothel.
We're still in our pre-alpha phase. Our quest lines and personalities aren't ready for outside interaction or stress testing. But if you'd like...
The grey box version, yes.
Yeah, the white box version.
All right,
He's laughing.
stop it.
Yeah, we're like walking away, and that's like fading into the distance as we're walking away from this guy.
And as you're walking away, you get a better look at the backs of the building facades, and you see that in addition to the handful of puppets you saw peeking through the windows and around the sides, there are like a dozen clutched to the back of each facade, just hanging there by all four limbs, like bugs on a wall, There's strings leading back up to the huge crossbar above.
I love these guys.
Oh, we're on an adventure to find my...
Your sister.
So you're coming with us,
I did
then.
not think you were coming with. Hang on a sec.
Oh, well, she might... Oh, she doesn't know you, and she might be startled. She has... I think I should come with you, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
He's like jostling about, like, up to eye level with Visk. Don't you think I should come with you? Don't you think?
Visk is like putting a hand like in front of their face to just like keep them at a distance.
You know, we've not let your suspicious nature stop us yet, so what's the harm?
I suppose that's fair. Do-do-do. Going on an adventure.
Going on an adventure.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Please don't kill us.
Oh, we are the children of the wood. We cannot die.
Of course.
Dudu wants to idly ask a question to the group, not the kid. Hey, kid, why don't you just get up ahead of us a little bit?
All right, nothing suspicious about that. Do-do-do. And he jerks forward like 15 feet in one motion. Faster than you've seen him move this entire time.
That's fine.
What's up, Poo-Poo the Wise?
Look, just keep your voice low and he won't hear it. It's fine. Do you think this is really Spallanzani, or is this some kind of like leftover magic and these are just weirdos in the woods?
I don't... can I roll Arcana for that question?
I'm just asking your opinion. Because I know Spallanzani's still... I mean, these guys seem like newish, but I don't know. What's up with these freaks?
Just make an Arcana check.
That is also an unnatural 20. Good for me this time. Moving to Finland really worked out for me dice roll wise. The different polarity of the earth or some shit.
I got a 4. I just don't know.
You remember, Visk, that according to the hands, and the reason that they had to spell things out with a little placard is Spallanzani should only be able to manipulate the things that he carved while he was alive. Can only move what I made, is what he told you.
Huh. If he's telling the truth, Spallanzani can only move what he made, but is that limited only to when he was alive? Can he not make new things as ghost hands?
How could he? He can't hold the silver.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Good point, Felicity. Duh.
I don't doubt these are his. Just, I don't know. This doesn't... I don't get what the end game in here is, if he's going to trick us, or if he's been hiding the knife for so long.
He also couldn't talk. I think if he could have projected his voice, he probably would have, rather than spelling things out.
Yeah.
That is weird. Hang on a second, this is not Spallanzani.
I don't know. I'm just...
second puppet guy?
I would hate that.
Second puppet guy.
That's terrible news.
Visk like puts their hands up like,
Oh,
I'm just saying we got to get ready for anything.
I'm having a panic attack.
All right.
You hear the gentle strains of a stupid child's improvised song as you are following this thing.
I just hear that everywhere I go.
You start to hear something else in the direction that he's leading you. Be careful, friends. We are approaching. We're approaching the harvesters. So, be careful. Be careful. And you hear something that says it's like a series of quick, sharp hits over and over, like da 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 da, and you hear it like something is hitting something over and over very quickly. And then you hear the sound, the unmistakable sound of a tall tree falling. And then you hear something that sounds extremely big moving around, and you feel the ground rustle and rumble under your feet.
this shakes like jello, like in Jurassic Park.
Whoa.
Oh, yes, keep your feet steady. I mean, of course you don't need to worry about that. The master will keep you on your feet. Ha! What was I thinking? I'm such a silly little blockhead. Off I go to find my sister with the bravest heroes. I am like the quest child.
Dudu's gesturing to this kid, to Visk and Felicity, like... This is weird, right? That's why I kind of don't believe it's Spallanzani, but I don't know.
I guess. Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
We leave the kayfabe now, friends, and you pass around a tree to see, I guess, to see you're too spooked. It was just blocking your view of what you're about to hear described perfectly. You see something. It's so still that you almost don't notice it, despite how huge it is. An enormous wooden hand, 40 feet tall, perched up on its fingertips. There's a hole through the palm, and the inner rim of the hole is shining with something jagged and silver. But your attention is yanked away by two rapidly spinning tops as tall as a man, spinning so fast that the silver axes sticking out from their sides look like the rings of a gas giant. One of them spins directly into a thirst pine tree, the twin axes chopping right through it. The tree begins to creak, but before it can fall over, the building-sized wooden hand scuttles lightning fast to perch over the thirst pine and drops down, the trunk sliding into the hole in its palm, and the hand clenches slightly, piercing the tree through with those jagged silver spikes in the inside of the circle. And it lifts the tree up and away before returning to its still, stationary resting state. Be on your guard, friends. The chopper tops and the big martyr are not to be trifled with.
What?
Yes, they harvest. They toil that our world may grow.
Visk is like having an even worse, an upgraded panic attack at seeing the silver axe dreidel monstrosity thing.
Yeah, there's two of them.
I'm not getting anyone. You guys, what in the fuck is happening?
Look, it doesn't seem like it needs to be our problem. We can just let them do their job, and this isn't who you think has your sister, is it?
Oh, no. I don't think that... Wait! Look! And at the tops of one of the trees, at the top of one of the one of the thirst pines, that the chopper top, one of the chopper tops is like... It hops as it spins, is hopping its way near. You see... What could that be? It looks like... almost like a white doll with bright blue eyes at the top of the tree. It's my sister, Short Stuff. Oh no! The chopper top is in the way. I'll stop him. I'll explain. And he begins to hop towards the spinning silver axes.
Don't!
Okay.
Dudu says without really asking, without really, doing anything.
Offering a vague.
Don't!
He gets within range, and his hat is knocked like 8 feet as the silver axe just like slams right into it and knocks it up. Oh no! My fashionable lid! It's not the time. I must stop it. And his the next time he's moving towards it again, and this time the axe just swings right through his string, and he just falls over. Silent.
That's fine.
I thought that was going to go worse for him, honestly. We could just string him back up, I'd assume.
Yeah.
We'll carry him back when we're done.
He was an abomination anyway.
So should we still get the thing? The girl?
I think we need to, yeah.
The trinket.
All right.
Are they cutting the tree currently that she's in, or...?
It seems
So she's in the tree.
she's like up in the hand at the top, up in those like that little crown of strings. Yeah, she's up there.
Okay.
How high up is that, and how big is she?
How did I say the tree's about 30 feet?
Okay.
She's about 30 feet tall. Yeah.
How big is she? Like, could I pick her up? Does it look like I could pick her up?
From here, she looks small. The chopper top is just like, it's kind of like it's inspecting the area in front of it. It keeps kind of like bumping into the toppled over figurine.
Okay.
Stovepipe.
Felicity's gonna climb up the tree and get her. She's got climb speed, so.
All right. Visk, our job is gonna keep the chopper top away from the tree that Felicity's going up.
Initiative order. We can see how we feel about it before. We just got to know what order things are going in.
Yeah.
Okay.
14.
Wow, I'm rolling hot today. That's 19. What
All
the
right.
fuck? What's happening to me?
16.
I'm 14.
All right, Visk. First to act. First in initiative order.
Visk is first to wimp out.
No, Vis, come here. Come here. We're not going to fight it. We're not going to fight it.
Okay.
The name of the game is to keep it away from the tree so it doesn't hurt the tree or Felicity or us.
Right.
All right, so we're going
How do you
to...
propose to do that?
We're going to knock it away. It's a top. It goes
I'm
distances.
not going anywhere near that thing.
Well, you don't have to. I want you to make grease.
That's gonna make it go faster. You're insane.
I'm going to knock it the other direction. I go next.
Knowing the game master, that thing's gonna get greased up and even more devastating.
I don't know what the game master is.
The last time you saw a spinning thing in Greece, it did not work. It did not work for the thing. It stopped it in place.
What was that?
If you were
The motorcycle?
the marionette, it just spun freely in place.
All right, remember?
Visk is so scared they're not, like, thinking straight about this grease plan.
We're just gonna
Come on. You can do it.
gonna play around. Hey, we don't need you right now, Mr. Jude.
All right.
Hey, Jude. No, I'm not gonna continue it because we're not gonna do it.
Don't make it bad.
Don't make it bad.
Fucking come on.
All right, we're gonna knock it off course. All right.
Okay.
It's just a machine.
I'll try.
Shoot your goo.
Visk is gonna cast grease.
All right, where are you placing it?
Put it kind of not in between the chop and the tree, kind of behind it, if it has a behind.
And you're going to what? Push it into the grease.
I'm just gonna knock it away. The grease will help move it even further away. All right?
Okay.
Trust me. I'm in a big wizard outfit.
Yeah,
I'm so smart now.
a spotted owl in a big wizard outfit is making, and with a beard is making this plea to you.
You are seeming a lot wiser to me all of a sudden.
I'm so wise.
Wow.
That's experience.
That's incredibly convincing.
It's the badge difference.
But yeah, Visk casts grease behind the spinning top.
All right.
So it's technically not in the area of the grease. This thing does not have to make a dex saving throw yet. 'Cause
Okay.
It's not actually in the grease. So like 10 feet square behind
Okay.
the dreidel.
Yeah, like so.
I
It's
keep
like
forgetting the word top. I don't know why.
it goes tree, chopper top, some space, and then the big mata, which is
So the big mata is the hand.
that's the big hand with something pierced through the middle, like
Okay.
stigmata.
Oh, I get it.
yeah, yeah.
I get
The hand's doing its own thing, not really bugging us, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in that space between the big mata and the chopper top.
Yeah. All right. You do that. Do you want to move? You got movement too.
Yeah, far away, as far as I can.
All right. You sort of
Far away, behind a tree.
yeah. You head back the way you were and hide behind a tree. Do you want to be peeking out?
Yes.
Okay. That's what you do. Doo-doo. It's your turn.
All right. I take my staff. That's me stabbing it on the ground. And when I stamp it on... how far away am I from the chopper top?
You can move up to it. You were about, you turned around that tree. You could see this whole big scene. You're about 20 feet.
I'm gonna move up to the chopper top, but first I'm gonna stamp my staff on the ground, and it does it kind of like a kind of hits the ground, but like it stops, and then there's like a bulge that comes out as I hit it, and the bulge goes all the way to the top, and then I sort of kind of get it like in a golf formation.
Oh,
because
yes.
golf exists, and I get up a little close to the tee off, it's pretty long too, so I got a big golf club essentially ready to smack the chopper top. Using the grease as kind of a like an extra little bit of something.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
I'm gonna swing and snap at that guy just away from the tree toward the stigmata. Why not? Whoops.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I love that.
And 18.
Wait,
wait. 19.
Oh, well, I was about to say you dropped dead for 19. You swing, you swing, and like the force of your swing, it's like centripetally gets even bigger, and you get it in right under those spinning silver axes, and you send the. You make contact, and baby, it sounds so good. It sounds like wood hitting wood really hard. And it knocks the chopper top in a perfect straight line. It builds up speed as it passes through the grease, and it slams right into the central fingertip of the, to this point, stationary, it had like chilled out, but giant wooden hand, and it just chops the tip of the fingertip right off, and that middle finger like curls up, and the whole thing kind of drops down a little bit, which breaks part of the tree it like snaps off the end of the tree that was in the middle, and the chopper top that you hit kind of goes farther away, but the one that you did not hit, all of the strings are like as soon as you make contact, all of the strings are like vibrating very quick, and the other chopper top is like zipping around quickly, like it's exploring the space algorithmically.
Oops, I forgot there was a second one.
There are two, yes, there are two, and the big hand. And what do you want to move also? You have a move also action.
Maybe I'll hide behind the tree.
Different tree.
Good.
Also,
okay.
Different tree, please.
If I can.
Excellent.
Multiple targets.
No, I want to go on your tree.
Oh, God.
All right, you're sticking your heads.
I spend enough time with you at
I
home.
forgot there were two.
Dudu goes to the familiar, which has become Visk. The two of you stick your heads out behind from different sides of the tree. Felicity, it is now your turn.
All right. Felicity's going to use her cunning action dash, so she has 60 feet of movement. She's going to cover those 20 feet of ground and that 30 feet of tree and be up there.
Okay, you dash across. It's a clear path. You see the completely stationary stovepipe, the Brave. As you pass, you see that its string is like exploring around on the ground, like curled up almost. It keeps whipping up and curling up, like it's trying to look for something lost. But you don't have time to think about that. As you hit the base of the tree, you claw. It is normally easier to climb trees than this is. This thing, much like with like Ricochet, it was hard to fully make that impact. Like you're able to get up, there, but it's like you scrabble a little bit. It ends up taking that last 10 feet of movement just to get you up to the tree. But you, at the cradle of the tree, you find it. You find a very familiar looking puppet, and it's familiar because you have seen the child that this puppet looks like. Last time it was at the bottom of the river, through the mare's eyes. It is a disturbingly accurate puppet of Nokia, with the still bright blue eyes just stare. As soon as you poke your head up, you see those eyes. But it's just puppet. She doesn't have any strings.
Oh, good. That makes things way easier for me. Felicity pauses for a moment when she sees the replica, I suppose you could say, of Nokia Spallanzani. Is it stationary? It's not moving around or saying anything, or it's just a figurine?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's from what you can tell, it just seems to be a figure, like not. It just seems to be a puppet without strings. It's not a figurine like him. It is much more detailed than Stovepipe. It looks like it has little fingers and everything, but it's not moving.
Okay. So Felicity is going to take this figurine and tuck it under one of her arms. She's going to dismiss Ricochet from her other arm and use the claws on that hand to scrabble back down.
You can't. You used all your movement to get up there.
I'm going to use my feline agility for another 30 movement.
Can you use that and your Step of the Wind? You can use that? Oh, that's Step
sure
of the Wind.
Can.
Okay.
She can move
right.
really far.
Booyah!
Okay. You climb back down easily. You can move a lot. And you have the puppet tucked under your arm.
Yeah.
At the base of the tree.
And I would say I'm done because I assume getting the puppet was my action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just picking up. Like, I'm just gonna say with like everything. Yeah, in like the examining, this seems like a lot has happened in 6 seconds. I know the movement is your thing and climbing is the same
Yeah.
for you, but like the examining, the pausing, and like the being sure.
Yeah.
Yes, you're back at the base with the puppet tucked under your arm.
Okay.
Wow. Fast dirt.
Visk is looking up in awe.
Fast dirt.
Well, not up anymore, down. She got
Yeah.
down so fast too.
I think this is the first time I've got to use like all of my movement abilities in one round.
In the space of 6 seconds, you moved 20 feet horizontally, 30 feet vertically,
Wowie, wow.
30 feet vertically again.
Yeah.
It's a lot of speed. You're fast kitty.
And ironically, you didn't go first in initiative order for once.
No.
Was just getting ready.
Weird.
Preparing. That's the now the chopper top that Dudu knocked away. It is trying to head back towards you, but that brings it directly into the path of the chopped off fingertip, and it just chops right through it again. And so now the thing like squats down even more, but this time it like kicks up some dirt that gets in the grease and everything, and it doesn't get the same speed momentum that it had before because the ground is now dirt. It's now more like it's squealing through mud as opposed to scooting along a greasy highway. It is now squelching along a muddy back road. So it is not able to make its way all the way back. However, the other one, it was searching around algorithmically, just kind of jostling here and there. Oh fuck. Well, yeah, it rolls a 20. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Dudu, you really should not have hid behind the same tree as me.
This was a terrible idea, Visk. I'm blaming you.
Oh, you son of a bitch, Popo!
It goes directly towards Dudu because that was the source of it, and it is going to make an attack roll. It's going to make 2 attack rolls.
Shit.
Doo-doo!
With its axes.
Popo!
First one is a 13. Second one is a 19.
The 19 hits.
Okay,
But
but
would I be able to do the patient defense? Oh, it says only on my turn. I can't do it as a reaction to someone else's.
I think you got to like set that up. That's like that's dodge, right?
Never mind. Yeah. Patient defenses, I can spend 1 key point to dodge as a bonus action on my turn, but it's not my turn.
Jess, you got some?
Yeah, I have a reaction. Perhaps I'd like to use.
What is
if
it?
possible. Performance review, which is silvery barbs.
Which basically makes you re-roll one of those dice with disadvantage. So maybe the
Ooh.
second hit doesn't hit if I do this.
All right, I will do this.
Yes, I'm magically distracting the creature and negging them.
And I have to take the worst?
Yes, let me read rather.
Xanthrax, help me.
You magically distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty, if this thing can feel uncertainty, into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Cool. Does it say that it doesn't work on constructs?
No,
Okay, good.
it's just a creature.
Then good.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just double checking because sometimes stuff is like that. Yeah,
Nice.
How do you distract this? What do you do?
The way that I'm imagining performance review working is that it is like a real performance review where you're like pointing out like flaws and stuff, and it bums the person out, which I'm very familiar with as a person bad at this. But Visk points out
These things were not very well designed if they can be tricked by some grease. And algorithmically searching for targets, isn't that inefficient? Absurd constructs.
Your snide judgment seems to distract it slightly, or something. It's hard to quite say. But that second axe that was going to hit Dudu, it like just the sound of your voice, it veers off at the last second and starts moving towards Visk, causing it to miss with the second axe.
Hooray! I'm saved. I turn to look at Visk. Uh-oh.
Very good. Now it's
also, I can choose a creature to have advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw I make within 1 minute, and that's going to be me.
all right. Excellent.
Strategy!
Yeah. Now let's see whose turn it is. Oh, it's the Big Mata's turn. A 30-foot tall, wounded wooden hand uses half of its movement to stand back up. And then, much faster than you would want something like this to be able to move, like between the blink of an eye, it is directly above all of you. It knocks down 2 trees on its path, but it is directly above Visk and Dudu. And it is going to... I want everybody to make... I want Visk and Dudu to make, just roll a d20 straight up.
17, but I have advantage on the next saving throw or ability check. I guess this is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this counts if you... Yeah. This is a luck check.
15.
All right. Let's see what Visk gets.
A 9 and a 17.
All right. It seems like you're both going to be fine. And then, Dudu, from your pouch of wonder seeds, you hear a voice say,
Bad luck, old man. Sorry to do this, but, you know, let's go ahead and...
You hear very consistent accent say,
Oi, bad luck, bruv. Seems like now might be the time. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. I did forget for some time. Just checking up on you. This seems like a good time.
and Dudu, you instead have rolled a 1.
Did we hear this?
Just Dudu. But Dudu, instead of standing in the specific circle in the middle that Visk is waiting in when the hand slams down, you are crushed.
Oops.
You take 9d10 damage as a 30-foot tall wooden hand slams down on you like a bug. And I'm just gonna roll.
I was going to say, is that me do it? Is that me do it? Or you? That's you. It must be the creature has to do it.
Let's see. It's 4.
Dead.
I'll see you guys back in the afterlife, I guess.
All right. So,
When you reach 32, you've done it.
all right.
Unless I get a saving throw a couple times.
No. That was the saving throw. That was it. Oh, you're talking about we don't do... Oh, so this is not actually come up. We don't do death saving throws on this show.
Oh, that's right.
You just die.
Okay. Well,
Makes sense.
Let's see. That it might not. Let's see.
9d10.
Oh, 9d10. Sorry, there was 8d10. Thank you. Yeah, that does it. Dudu, you and the owl you were inhabiting are killed.
You got to pay the price, old man.
I curse you, Chester Pleasure!
Whoa! Oh, fuck! Perkele!
This curse is an epitome.
What just happened? Where am I?
So, Visk, the thirst pine that is pierced through the center of the Big Mata's palm is held there by these like silver implements that you recognize, and you are between like 2 of those. So you are in the circle. You are like between 4 and 5 at the edge of a clock where everything outside the clock is death, and everything closer to the center than the printed numbers is death, and also every single line on the clock is death. You are just like wedged right between in a very specific spot of safety that Dudu was not in whatsoever.
Holy shit.
And I said you recognize those silver tools. Those are actually, it's the tools from Spellinsani's workshop. Well, some of them. You there's no knives, but you see like a corkscrew, you see like a handsaw. Just like some of those, and they're all just like jabbed into the side of the tree, and like slide back up from on either side of you as the tree, as the hand pulls back up. As it pulls itself back up, these you can shrink yourself in, so it just barely. Oh my god! And you see crushed to the bottom of the hand, the extremely dead body of Dudu the owl. The red sash, however, is missing. Ooh, but the rest of the clothes are there.
Oh!
And Vis casts ghost armor on themselves in a panic,
Great. Felicity.
which makes my armor fucking 13 plus my dex, so it's 14 instead of 11.
Felicity, you're at the base of a different tree.
Yeah, how far away is the hands and the saws and whatnot?
I think we said about 20 feet.
20 feet
right?
from me? Okay. And how far is, his name's Stovepipe?
Stovepipe the Brave, yes.
That's it, yeah.
He's like 10 feet in front of you, right before where the grease starts.
I want to scoop Stovepipe and book it
Okay,
back towards the town in the way that we came.
okay.
I don't see any reason to fight this harvesting equipment.
I think that, Felicity, are you just using your whole movement, just booking?
Well, yeah, are there any between me and the way we came from?
That would be exactly where they are, but you can easily just go wide around. Like, there's just open space in every direction. It's not like a tiny room or a hallway.
Got you. Cross this way between 2 points, a straight line, though. I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage. Felicity's running towards these tops, and when she gets close enough, she's going to slide underneath the blades and keep going.
Sick.
Okay.
Yeah, disengage means they don't take a reaction against me.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay, so Felicity takes off, and as she gets close to these tops, she crouches down and slides along the dirt with the axes whipping above her head. Scrambling back to her feet, continues that run in that direction, and calling back to Visk, "Let's get out of here!"
Yeah. You duck under the Big Mata pushing itself back up, because that's where all this is happening. But you were able to pass under. Fine. The Big Mata is like lowering itself down, and the chopper tops are now like swinging their axes to chop Dudu's dead body off of the bottom. It looks like they are in like a maintenance phase. You can also see them, they're like chopping into the sides of trees and like pushing the wood back up against the fingertip, the broken fingertip. This isn't doing anything, but they're doing it. And it is...
So, where am I? Am I still in the hole where the tree...
You're where it was, and it like lifts the tree up, it pulls it from like right next to you, but you are now in the shadow of it.
Also, when it lifts up, it takes off the big goofy hat, and the big beak of the mask gets like flipped up too. So they're just
Yeah.
because they're both like really protruding objects.
I'm going to... I don't know. Can I safely get out of here?
Am I like surrounded by these spinning blades of silver underneath?
So like the chopper tops are doing other stuff. They're like attending to the hand and like clearing off doo-doo. They're not like you could get... You're not in melee range right now of anything.
Okay. I'd like to move safely away from this as quickly and quietly as possible. I'm disengaging.
Yeah. You
Disengage.
head off after Felicity. They don't seem to take any notice of you. You head off in that direction, and that's going to bring us to a close. Felicity running through the woods with a puppet under each arm, Visk scooching along after as you hear the whirring of silver axes behind you and a big hand creaking around. Yeah, so I don't really know what happened, because the mission ain't over yet and I can't see it, but so I guess we'll just have to wait and whoa, hey, what, Doodoo? Is that you? Are you awake? You wake up in the green room. Hey, what's going on?
I don't...
Oh, shit. Did you die?
Sorry.
Oh.
Am I still cute? And is it still funny? Is it still funny that I fucked up, I think?
Yeah, I mean, so did you find the knife? How's everything going? Up there. Did you figure it out?
Dudu's looking at her like a newborn baby in trouble.
Oh no. You've just heard Amber Carr as Felicity Fairweather, Casey Green as Doodoo the Owl, and Jess O'Brien as Visk. Skulltenders is game mastered by Cohen Edenfield, with original music composed by Seth Boyer, with editing and sound design by Jess O'Brien. We hope you'll consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can find all sorts of sick-as-hell bonus content, including an after-show dedicated to each episode. And if not, well, consider telling people about the show, because that helps a lot too.